The reason for this is it would be obs 1 normally, but it's doubled to 2 because beginner's luck, and it's +1 because at night.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Well, no, he doesn't. If he fails, it doesn't. He fails. Okay.
Ooh.
Damn it!
Your hand dings the lantern, but he's got it hooked in a loop. Like you had to hit it pretty hard to knock it out of the hand.
Okay.
So you don't succeed at that. Now you've got to take a speed
But
test.
I guess it still kind of startles him.
It startles him, but it's now post speed test time. He's speed 4.
Yeah. Okay, I'm speed 4 too. Why is the fucking guard so quick? Jesus.
Speed 4 is basically he's going to be
no faster than I am.
And you're at a disadvantage because you failed the last test. You would have got an advantage if you'd won. No, nothing if it was equal, and because you failed, you're at -1 to this. So actually, sorry, it's already 3. Yeah, that's how link tests work.
So I only have 3 dice?
Yes. Remember, this is your penalty for failing that check.
But you could still beat him.
I know. Hopefully, I get to explode some sticks.
Okay, 2. You got to beat 2 with 3. That's not difficult. Your new dice came through with ridiculous numbers of 5s. Last time you rolled 2 5s. Now you roll 2 5s.
Yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
so it's equal.
So it's equal. There is no defender in this situation because both of you are trying to you're trying to run and he's trying to run.
Okay.
So
Since I'm trying to slip away into the darkness, is that a stealthy?
It's not a stealthy, because stealthy would be if you were trying to avoid him noticing you in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Remember to note these tests down.
Well, he gets to note down one of those 2 linked tests.
Okay. I had, what was it? It was
I
brawl?
would say take brawling because
Take brawling.
Okay, brawling is the most ridiculously
brawling
useful
is
combat
good.
skill.
Yes,
Brawling is like
good.
anytime you hit somebody with a table, anytime you're doing wrestling shit on somebody.
Yeah, brawling is good. So brawling was my power, which means aptitude 7. Okay.
And but that was Obs 2 test. So that would have gone towards your that would have been a routine test for brawling, so you get 1 notch on the brawling scale.
He doesn't have brawling, I don't think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's his
Wait, I
aptitude
only ever gave them 1 notch. It's like haggling and falsehood too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. They were never really hard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you don't ever get more notches. It's that on some skills you have a natural talent for them. So, for example, if you were trying to learn, I don't know, maces, because you're naturally agile, you only need 4 successful tests to unlock it at mace 3.
Yeah.
But with brawling, you're naturally disinclined towards brawling. You're skinny and you're not strong.
Yeah,
So
my
your
power
brawling-
is 3, so I have an aptitude of 7, so I
Exactly.
need like 7 to. Yeah.
Even if you succeed, your brawling would open at 1, whereas Phil's brawling opens at 3 because
Mine's
he's
opens
fucking beef.
Mine's opens at 2 because I'm strictly.
True.
Yeah, you're a bowman. To be fair,
Okay,
bowmans can't be reached.
anyway, so we're running. Like I'm running away from him.
Right, so now we need a tiebreaker. You both were at the same speed. He caught a little bit off guard, and he's like, "This is a very bad idea." Like he's clearly indicating to you that this is a profoundly unwise thing that was going to result in a severe case of beating by the police if he catches you. So we do another opposed speed test, and this is the tiebreaker. If he catches you, and you are going to probably.
This is
get
with 4 dice though.
4 dice. Yeah, this is 4
You're
dice.
probably going to get beaten up.
Oh, only two. Only two.
Come on, Piker.
The
Yes!
two dice are with you. And
Yes!
tonight,
Well
I'm going to say you
done.
had 1 success to slip away. Like, during the day, you normally have to succeed 2 speed tests in a row to break pursuit. But I'm saying because it's night, you don't need to go anywhere near as
I
far.
don't get anything for that speed test, right?
It's versus 2. Your base speed is 4, so no. That's actually you didn't have to run particularly quick to beat
Right.
it.
Yeah, I know.
He
Okay.
was a bit
so I
slow.
lose him.
So you lose him, and that's this particular part of the escapade comedy that you just attempted a breaking and entering, and got caught. And that's
Why does he always leave like that? I love
He
it.
flees! You'll never catch the roper! He shouts.
You shall never catch me.
Who on earth's the roper?
you have once more fled into darkness.
Oh man.
Commissioner Gordon is
One
starting
day he'll
to
want to
disappear
flee, and it'll
turned
be
around
2 in the
briefly.
afternoon, and he'll be like,
1 success. I'll be right back in 30 seconds.
one day he'll
Okay. I'll be AFK real quick because it switches to you anyway. Batman sound. And I'll get
Batman
myself.
sound squeak.
Oh dearie me.
Hey up, boys.
Yep.
Hey,
Are we,
look,
are we
that's-
stopping soon, or are we actually going?
No,
We will-
it's up to Luke.
It's up to
And you
Luke.
guys,
I'm
obviously.
fine.
I would like to power through. I've got enough salami to last me till tomorrow.
Basically, for me, I have to say that well, it'll be a bit difficult for me to do the uploading tomorrow, but for me, for the helmet, either way, we're keeping it. We're not stashing it anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, the question is what we do with it if we actually do something tonight, because I
we-
can't.
Assume if we
We
do
wear
something,
it. Why is the
we'll probably
cartel going to
decide-
care?
So I want to keep my hair color hidden. So
Your hair color will be perfectly hidden under a
that's the
helmet.
question. Remember, I've got enough hair to put in a ponytail.
Yeah, he's got long hair. He's a
This
fancy.
is sort of medieval kind of
A
time.
helmet
so
will
he's gonna have
certainly-
long hair.
a helmet
Pig's
will
bladder
certainly
because
help,
those
though.
bald wigs.
A helmet will certainly help, though.
Okay, so what are you chaps up to?
Well, at the moment we're considering going on like into the docks and trying to sign up with a cartel or get a job anyway. We're just trying to work out what to do with this stupid helmet because the question is whether I can conceal my
Okay,
normal.
so I'm going to say
blonde
that you're
hair
doing this
inside the
as
helmet.
you walk into the docks,
Yeah.
and as you walk into the docks, you hear a mild commotion,
Excellent.
and then a few seconds later, one of you is run into by a certain
rope, man.
J. Klikerson.
Uh-oh.
Wait. That calls for a.
Oh
There
no,
we go.
now he's stuck with us, and he's a criminal.
No, he's not stuck with you. He just ran into you. Literally ran into you. He bounced off Phil, probably. In fact, opposed power roll now. This is him, like, slapping.
This is him smashing
Oh,
into you.
come on. Okay.
But he doesn't
count
have his
three.
mask. Does he have? He doesn't have his mask up there, does he?
He does have his mask
No.
up.
He does have his mask up.
No, I don't.
You
Oh,
don't.
it's true.
I
Okay.
have my cloak on, but I have my hood back. I have like my scarf is somewhere packed away. I
Shaq
never
is
put my mask on.
That's
I never
true.
said that.
You're running at full speed
Which
at
means-
night.
How much power do you have?
He has 6.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
4 successes. I think you're going to bounce off, Siegfried.
Okay, you literally you slam into him, and it's like hitting a brick wall. Like he's also wearing armor, so
Yes,
it's not
of course,
particularly
yeah.
comfortable. So you go.
I
sprawling.
believe that the note says it best.
Shatters his glass pelvis against the rock face that is Siegfried.
And now you chaps have to decide what you exclaim in this particular
What
scene.
the hell is it with this city?
Ah! I go. Ah, my nose.
Is that a voice I recognise?
Oh wait, can I do a steal test to see
What?
if I scream like a girl?
Is that a voice I recognise? Because I encountered this
No.
guy last night.
I don't think you've heard him screaming in pain.
Fair
No,
enough.
and you also I kind of like changed my
Plus,
voice a
it's
little
dark.
bit.
Yeah.
Fucking
also
stop,
Well,
man.
be,
Last time
it
we
being
could see
dark,
him
it being
because of
dark
my
doesn't affect how I
explosion.
hear his voice.
That's true, but it's definitely the case though that you haven't heard him screaming in
Fair
pain.
enough.
I'm gonna say
The thing is, what I'm basically doing is like right now, so I'm basically going, oh my nose. Oh,
It's true.
oh.
At this point, Dominic points at him, looks at Siegfried, and goes, "Quick, restrain him before he kills himself like the others."
What? What is he talking about?
I'm going to offer a hand for this guy to help him up because I'm
That is bro tier. Well done, bro
Oh,
tier behavior.
Thank,
Dominic will
thank
shove
you.
Hudson's hand away and
No,
ask
I've-
drop onto
no.
Cliker's face.
that's
Ah!
What?
Ah! What the hell?
Dominic,
are
what
you
the-
doing?
Dominic. What on earth's gotten into
It's none
you?
of those things. He's got the throwing things. It's
What
none
is
of
he
those
doing? Get him
bollocks.
off of
There,
me.
he's
Siegfried,
gonna crack it.
Siegfried, hold that guy away.
Oh my
Ew.
God, what's he doing?
No, I'm just letting him do what he does at the moment.
Are you all right?
Ah, yeah, my nose hurts. Thank
Well, you did just run into my friend. That's to be expected.
Yes,
Kill
I know. In
himself.
that moment, I realized that there's probably still a friggin' guard chasing me. So I like look behind me, and check like, is there a guard? Do you see a guard? Is he still following me?
I'm going to look. Is there a guard?
You can't see a guard.
No,
Um, you-
no guard.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness I lost.
Why
them.
is there a guard chasing you?
Because
This requires a falsehood roll.
because he mistook me for someone else and he just started chasing me, and so I ran away.
This is
and-
a terrible lie that will require a falsehood roll.
What am I
Okay.
rolling this against?
My dad-
Basically,
by the way, my dad
all
works
this
at Fox.
falsehood roll represents is whether or not Judson believes you.
So what am I rolling as
By
opposed
the
to
way,
my will?
we've
You
got-
I
don't,
have
you
a
don't,
will of
you don't
5.
have to roll your will, Kiko. It's versus the obstacle is just your will.
I have a
He's
will of
actually
5.
speaking in his voice now, not screaming. So
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
I'm doing. Ah, my nose. Ah.
the obstacle for this is obs 8 because it's double Kiko's will. Okay, like Judson is immediately aware of the fact that you are talking complete
Judson?
shit.
Do you
Judson?
recognize the cloak?
Hang on. Judson?
It's dark.
Judson?
So it was dark.
Let me
last
It's just a
night.
fucking.
Ru-
It's
Rufer?
like a dark
Rufer?
cloak.
What? What?
This is
Let
like
me-
saying,
let
do
me-
you recognize these brown boots?
Let me respond. Judson realizes immediately that this man is lying through the skin of his teeth, but all people deserve second chances.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
nice, nice. I
God.
like it.
So
Invokes belief,
he is
plus
not
one.
going to bring this up and say, well, well, it's clearly an obvious mistake people can make in the dark, isn't it?
Oh, just hold this thought for 1 second. I'll be back in a few seconds. Give me a second.
I love the idea that you might run into him, not recognize him, and he gets away again. I think that actually is probably the most likely outcome because none of you actually know what he looks like.
Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off my off.
I said that's a common mistake you can make in the dark.
Okay, so Clyde, the question is, what are you gonna do now? Like you've been pulled up. This guy believes you. You just gonna? To be honest, I feel like your character most likely just walk away at this point.
Yes, normally.
You're gonna recognize Kiko.
Wait,
You're gonna recognize me.
Wait, do they have any light on them? Is there any light, or are we in like almost pitch blackness?
We have traveling gear, so Flint and Tinder.
I'm making no effort to disguise my voice. It wouldn't be hard to recognize me.
There's
actually,
not much.
Actually, recognizing a voice is super hard if you only heard it once or twice.
You would
Not
have
with your accent.
You know what,
You
Clyde?
recognize mine because
Here's what it is. It would be an OBS 5 perception test.
To see if I remember Kiko.
Yeah, see if you
And
remember
me.
his voice.
and me because
Well,
I
not just
talked to him yesterday.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say both of you. This is a combination. This is just if you recognize these voices at all.
Well, to be fair, it would be easier to recognize Kiko because
Exactly.
we were literally standing in front of each other, right?
What about Dominic saw him yesterday as
Okay,
well, didn't
Kiko, you just heard him say a lot of. You just heard him say a lot. Kiko, you do an OBS 5 perception test. See if you recognize him. Oh.
Well, okay.
Hang on, let me see what I can use fate for. No, there we go. Let's see what I get first. 4 out of 5.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
His voice is slightly familiar, but you can't place it.
Don't
And Clyde, you do not
What
recognize
about,
this guy.
what about
Wait,
Dominic?
yeah.
Did he see him
Don't-
yesterday?
I
What? No, you've never.
furrow
seen
my
me.
brows slightly. Don't I know you from somewhere?
You can't see his face. Like the way to think of it is there are lights at every intersection and over canals, right? There are lights that are lit by a guy who literally goes around and lights them.
No.
In most of the road, unless you're like outside a tavern or something where there's a bit of light spilling into the street, it's really hard to see.
I say, don't I know you from somewhere? Your voice is on the, just uncanny.
Kiko's saying that. What, Ruford?
Well, Clyker, last night this happened. Clyker was chasing me and Judson.
No, I
That was-
wasn't.
Weren't you? No, that was
No.
6.
No.
Klyker didn't actually say anything in that
Oh, I did.
exchange.
I'm mixing up
Yes.
Siegfried and never mind.
Yeah,
Carry
but
on.
like
Yeah.
your
Carry
voice,
on. Okay, thank you.
didn't you say like? Do I know you from somewhere? Your voice is uncanny.
I become the moment he says that I become extremely fucking nervous because someone saying that he might know me is
Yep.
like really like I'm just going like
Do you fucking leg it? Legging it is an
no.
option. Like, they're not holding
what do you mean no? I don't know from where?
From last night, from
You
yesterday.
can't place it. It's just familiar.
It's just, I can't place it. I don't
I,
quite know.
I go
But I
at this
asked,
point,
I asked
wait.
Kiko if he knows every hoodlum in the city.
Wait. At this
No.
point, at this point, my guy is basically completely unsure if he should risk it or not. So I'm gonna throw a dice. Okay, he's actually gonna risk it. I'm gonna say, do you mean from maybe one of the parties?
Orgy.
Okay, Kiko, how do you respond to that?
Kiko?
Parties? Do I
Yes?
look like a man who can afford a party?
Okay, the moment he says that, I immediately go like, okay, he has nothing to do with the nobles and so on, and I relax and I become just in that the tavern in the tavern where parties are done in the tavern.
The party
No,
tavern.
Yeah.
That tavern?
Yes, the one in the
Where is that
in the
again?
Um,
tavern district.
Oh, yes.
I know you must no, I don't think I know you at all. No, I
Being
don't.
all this
think
as
that.
it may, were the guards chasing you, and I would rather not be here when
If
they
a
show
guard
up.
was chasing him, he'd have caught him by now.
Yeah, oh don't worry, I lost that I mean the guard.
Well,
Well, let's see what you've stolen.
So just
Hand it over.
I didn't steal anything.
didn't
Why are the
steal
guards
it.
chasing you?
he
Hand
didn't.
it over.
Dudes, I'll be back in like a couple of minutes. Just like a
Right.
quick hand.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's just wait for Luke then.
Let's just
Take
wait.
a quick break.
This is turning out to be interesting.
I love this interaction. It's wonderful.
Because I
What
know what
about
you're going to
it,
say.
Alan?
You're going to say, give up what you stole, and I'm going to say, but he didn't steal anything. Clearly.
And I'm gonna say yes, exactly what he said.
I knew it. As soon as we actually encounter each other, the first thing we do is stick up for each other. Dang it!
The worst thing is that I don't recognize you. Like, that
And
would
you-
have actually been cool if I recognized you and you didn't recognize me.
But it's the opposite way around. I nearly recognized you.
Nearly, yes. And my guy just went like,
Parties? The party tavern.
dude, in the Tavern district.
Where the parties happen.
To the party tavern.
Party
Wait,
tavern.
wait. To the Party Tavern.
Oh dear me. The party
The
tavern.
chat is asking Kleika, do you want to come to the pants party?
Oh dearie me.
So Siegfried did not actually get to use his the fine hat I made for him.
Do not
Well,
worry.
at the moment.
It could be
Oh,
saved.
yeah!
It could be saved for a future
I've got
occasion.
the helmet under my arm and the hat on, so I've apparently got black hair right now.
I have a sword
Oh, yeah.
loosely looped into my belt.
You what armor was Siegfried
have a
wearing?
rock.
I forget.
No, I don't. I put it down.
Basic armor, light mail, I believe it is.
I'm wearing
Something
Gambison.
that would be very easy to hide under clothes, loose fitting clothes.
We really haven't addressed what we're doing with
At the
clothes and
moment, we're
armor.
just carrying it.
Well, you did a disguise and you're still wearing your armor, so I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, like the
Wearing a
hat
disguise
part.
Under my
certainly.
armor.
Well, also, I
But,
mean,
like in general, I have like there's traveling gear and armor, and that's a general sort of thing that in any role playing game, we're like, are you wearing your armor now, or are you wearing your traveling gear now?
but I would
Because
assume
getting
chainmail
into armor
is-
takes like a while. Got to strap
Yeah,
in and
I'm
everything.
assuming chainmail is also some of the noisy armor, so even if you drape something over it, people would pretty much be able to tell that you're wearing it under there.
I don't know if it's chainmail. It was just described to me as light mail, so
Let's Google this.
That might not necessarily. That's a very generic term. It might not necessarily
Okay,
be
could-
mail. It might instead be like
scale mail.
metal plates sewn onto into a leather clothing. Leather
Oh yeah,
armor.
it could be.
It could be
Light
anything.
mail, apparently.
Apparently, by the way,
service.
Ollie is going to come to Germany to kill me because I keep playing the Batman sound. So all I imagine right now is Ollie packing his bags and then going to the Germans plane.
No, I was like, it's
If
quite
anyone
simple.
watching this on
It's
Kiko's channel being confused, there's a
It's-
stream
it-
going as well.
It's
and-
quite simple. We kill the rope man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh.
So
Alright.
at this point, was it Dominic said, "All right, show us what you stole,"
I didn't.
and I'm
And
gonna
then
I
I-
and
didn't
I'm
steal
gonna be like, "You
anything.
didn't steal anything."
I didn't steal anything. Exactly. I didn't steal anything. I told you the guard mistook me for a thief.
Don't care, hand
Just-
it over. I
Quick,
want it.
here's a city guard-wise thing. I don't
Wait,
know if I'm...
Wait, you
I
want
can do
to
it.
rob me? First you sit on my face, and now you want to
So
rob me?
Bethram
Really
wants to do a
robbing
roll.
if it's not yours.
But
is it?
my assumption is that they're gonna note down what they saw in a notebook and then continue on their patrol.
Maybe not so much no, but yeah, he would continue moving afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so I say
So
to
there
Rupert,
is a chance he's just gonna walk into us.
There is indeed a chance that he'll walk into you. Although you can't hear him coming if he is.
well, I say to Rupert, first you sit on my face for no
Dominic,
reason.
please.
Dominic, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay, what your name is yet. So, first you sit on my face for some reason, and now you want to rob
Look,
me? What is
look,
wrong with you?
Dominic, it's your word against his, and right now we have enough enemies as it is. We don't want to make any more.
Well, I would have thought that at this point, there is zero reason for him to continue this interaction. He's run into you.
Well, I did
Unless you either hold him or give him a reason to stay, he's probably going to leave.
I did just say that we
Yeah.
have more enemies than we have
Yeah,
enough enemies as it is.
Yeah.
I don't care about him. I'm gonna let him leave.
Okay, cool. No, I'm just saying. If you want to take action now because this is
No.
like.
No, I'm not going to stop
Yeah,
him from
fuck it,
going if he
fuck
wants
it,
to go.
alright.
I
Okay.
want to do, well, so right now we're not actually like in the light, correct?
No.
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 Okay. Well, I say, well, I don't have to listen to any of this, and you're definitely, I'm not giving you anything, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for nothing.
Bye.
And then, you know, I turn around and I walk away.
Before he
Okay.
leaves, I say check. your
Thanks for
pockets.
nothing.
Do they, yeah,
To the other
I
two.
take it they continue on their way. Do they walk into a
Could
light?
by the way, could I have done a sleight of hand while as joining him?
You can do a sleight of hand at any time. Declare the intent. Use
Well,
the
he was
skill and-
he's walking away now, so but while
You
as
could do it
dropping
while
him,
he's turning around.
No,
Just
I mean,
have a look at what
Rupert,
you
would you, if you had wanted to earlier, you can. I mean, if you're forgetting, if you would have wanted to at the time and you forgot to, then tell me and I
Yes,
will say
yeah,
that it
sure.
happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
What
so
the
you
fuck?
We've discovered that this
you try
man
going
has
through his
stickier
pockets?
fingers than a sticky toffee pudding,
Yeah.
Kliker.
So that's
Okay.
6. That's a 4, right?
Yep.
He's
Because
pickpocketing
it
you.
was...
Can I do anything against that?
Okay, that's you roll your observation against obs 6.
What the fuck? I have 2 observation. How am I supposed to do that?
Oh wait, no, sorry, you actually have observation. Sorry, it's obs 3.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't know you were observation.
It's only slightly impossible now.
You're only rolling 2,
Impossible.
Kliker.
Well, because I only have ops 2.
Okay,
Ooh. However, you get
this-
checks on those skills.
that is
I
a
do,
challenging
yeah.
test to your observation skill.
Challenging. Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to say is Rufus goes through your pockets and finds absolutely nothing apart from the scarf.
What about the powder?
The powder's not in his pockets.
No, it's not in his pockets. It's on a
Yeah,
belt.
it's on a little belt.
Well,
yeah.
the scarf looked fabulous, so I take this.
Oh god, this is tragic.
Is he openly putting that on?
No,
You
no,
can't
he's just shoved it in one of his pockets.
Okay.
He's gonna take it out later.
And it's as you head down the street,
Kliker?
like if you suddenly realise that you don't have the silk scarf with you.
Okay, that means that I, of course, immediately think that one of them, like, it must have gone
You're
while,
gonna go
I-
after them.
while I was with those guys. So I
While you were running.
go back. No, why I
He
was
didn't
running,
run. He
no.
walked away.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Okay, so do I still see them?
You know roughly where they are, and there aren't that many people out at the moment. I mean, now we're getting to like 10 or
Okay,
11 at
I'm
night.
going back and I want to follow them. And
Okay.
then when I see them in the light or whatever, can I see if I see that it's Kiko?
You can absolutely test if you get to a light. Yeah.
Odd.
Okay, well I'm following them now. I
Gonna be
want my
saying.
scarf.
Gonna be saying as I go. Odd man.
How was I
What a
odd? I just ran
strange
into
man.
you.
Fairly well dressed though.
Dude, Roofer just tried to fucking take my shit, and you say I'm the odd
I
man.
didn't
just
see
because
him
I
No
take
one
your
noticed
stuff.
that. It's a sleight of hand.
I didn't see
No,
him
he
take.
tried. He told me, like, give me your stuff, literally.
Although I have to say, Dominic, it was really your word against his.
Well, yes.
I did mention earlier that you guys should
I
check your
agree, it
pockets.
was. What
Yes,
that
it was. Anyway, okay, so I follow them.
Okay.
I'm
Do we observation for being followed?
I'm actually
Dude, I have to
paranoid. I'm actually
find-
paranoid we're being still followed by those weird
I have
people.
to find
Yeah,
you.
so-
And I try to keep attention on what people are looking at. So
I think this is like the final straw. This is the worst. Pike has had the shittiest.
Yes,
afternoon. It was
pretty
like,
much. Pretty much.
fuck.
Wait,
I'm-
so do I find them? Do I see them again?
I'm rolling to
You
keep an
can-
eye
you can
behind
use-
me.
because you were close enough to spotting it. I'm gonna say that you spot it close enough to leaving with them, or soon enough after leaving them, you spot it that you can still hear them moving.
Okay, so basically what I'm doing is there's nothing cautionary. I'm not tailing them or anything. I am literally rushing at them. I am sprinting at them and I'm shouting,
Good.
"Give me back my fucking scarf!"
Right, we can hear that.
Okay,
Yes, you
so
don't need an observation.
That
roll
changes.
for
No, that's shouting.
so how do you feel about this, Dominique?
Yeah, I
Dominic
just
would
run
go, "Oh
off-
shit, he snapped," and starts running.
Oh, you start running. It's
Okay, he starts running. I immediately assume he's the guy who has the scarf, and
Well,
I
no, he's
run
gonna call the
after-
guards. I mean, he might have lost the guards, but starting to yell stupid shit.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Definitely calling.
Judson.
I
Judson.
immediately- I run after
Judson
him. I
is
run
looking at Siegfried, and before he says anything, goes, "What is it with this city?"
This is
I-
a surreal series of events.
run
so
at
go for
Ruford,
it.
I run after Ruford, and I just shout, "Stop! Give me back my scarf, you scum! You
Do
bought
Sigfil or Judson do anything? I've passed them.
The thing is, they didn't see you steal the scarf, so they have no fucking clue what's going on. Only you know what's going on, but the fact that you ran is probably an indication of something.
Oh God, what's he done?
Oh well, shit.
Someone in the chat just says Klika snaps, tries to kill them all.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, yeah, Ruford
are we
runs away, I run after him.
Isn't an alleyway? Is the shit? What's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna say this is an opposed speed test.
Okay, I've
Um,
I'm
seen-
just trying to
However-
keep up with
however-
everyone.
Rufus, roll the die of fate. This die of fate is for both of you, and if you get a 1, then you two are going to be vulnerable to tripping. On a 1, both of you have
just-
to roll a second speed test. Okay, now.
just as
By the
a
way,
note,
I would like to point out that I'm the guy who's already sprinting
Just as a note.
at them, so
He's-
I should have a little bonus, or he should have a minus against
he
that.
yelled that pretty loudly, right?
Yep.
Mm.
And
Yes.
he's not that
The
far from where
moment
the
I
guard
saw
was.
you, The
That's
moment I
exactly why Dominic was started sprinting.
To be
while
fair
going,
though,
"Oh, Jesus, snap."
the guard might just think this is just two like drunken friends arguing about
But
it.
he heard the
God.
voice.
Wouldn't the guard recognize his voice?
Oh, come
Would he
you
recognize
guys, and
his
you're
voice?
recognizing
No, he
voices.
wouldn't have recognised somebody who was
Be honest.
shouting, guys.
I think actually I know what we'll do. Die of Fate it. Kiko, roll the Die of Fate. On a 1, the guard is nearby and recognizes the voice.
My good sir, Ixie Dix, it's a
Now-
5.
God
Nope,
damn it.
no
The guard's too
recognition.
far away.
I'm just trying to keep up with the general tomfoolery of this. What on
I'm not
earth
sure
is
why I
going
was
on?
hoping for that to be a 1.
So, to keep up with this Tom and Jerry act, what do I do?
Well, first of all,
you.
Rupert and I have to roll, right?
You and Rupert have to roll a post-speed test. I'm going to give Kleiker 1 extra dice just because it is true that he was running first. So Rupert, you
True.
roll your speed versus his.
Let me find my speed.
Actually, Rupert should take a steal test if he hesitates normally. Because I surprised him by shouting, "Where's my freaking scarf?"
Yeah, but I think it's
Yeah, that's the
You
bonus
weren't right
extra,
in his
but
face when he said that.
it's not
it
upsetting.
doesn't matter. I mean, he steals something, and then suddenly, out of nowhere,
Yeah,
someone
okay.
shouts, "Give me back what I
Roll the
stole."
D's.
Well,
That would be.
Shit.
Oh,
Fuck you,
that is a
maggot.
victory. Oh, I think someone's
Okay.
been caught.
Kleiker's close. Now you guys got to roll again. If Kleiker wins the next one, then he's caught you.
I'm trying to keep up with
Can I
these
do
guys.
something
This
else
time I
then,
guess
Russ?
I don't
Can I
take
do something
get
other
the
than
bonus,
run?
You can
Does
do
he-
something other than run, certainly.
Well, I
Passed
still
me
have
and
that.
Is he
I
past
still
us?
have that throwing thing, so
Luke,
he has a
he
leg.
passed us?
You're fucking throwing a knife
oh my
at me
God,
while I'm
Psycho.
like,
Kissing me.
Luke,
in mid-sprint.
Luke,
Yes.
have they passed us?
Yes.
In which case, I'm trying to keep up with them because
Hell, we're going
we're not-
after them, yeah.
we're not being outrun no matter what's happening.
Do you run, Phil? I hope as you're running, you yell, "Why are we running?"
I,
Yeah.
sh-
Yep, go
I
on,
shout-
please.
I shouted, "Rupert, you filthy fucking commoner! You could never pull off that scarf anyway."
Okay.
Did Dominic
Phil,
takes
roll Die of
extreme
Fate.
offense by this?
Exactly, Phil. Roll the Die of Fate on a 1.
turn.
Rupert takes -1 die of emotional damage.
Wait, I regain
No,
emotional
damn it.
No, I'm gonna look to Siegfried before I start giving chase on them and going, what is it with this city?
My response
What
is
is
that
there
if
to
we
say?
lose this idiot, we're even worse off than we were before.
Right,
Well, in this case, since he yells that, instead of throwing it at his leg, he'll get it in the face.
Dude, he's like trying to throw a
I'm doing
knife
my
out
belief
of
right now. I'm doing my
sprinting.
belief right now. You out-fabulous me. Now you're going down.
To be fair, he is playing the belief.
so
He is playing the belief
do I
card.
need to
He is-
roll a
he's
speed
trying
to
get
try and
out
catch
of a
up
full
to keep up?
sprint into throwing a dagger
To be fair,
at a
at
sprinting
night.
time.
At night.
At night too.
Luke,
Yes.
what do I have to do
Yeah.
if I want to try and keep up with these people?
Well, what was the highest roll you've got? Kleiker got a 3. On a roll of 3, you'll match Kleiker. On a roll of 2, you'll match Rupert.
Right.
Okay, so we've got to both got to roll.
Oh, wait, sorry.
these.
This is a speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll re-roll. I'll re-roll in that case.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
my bad.
Speed 3.
Originally,
Speed gets tested all up in this bit.
I got 3.
3.
Matches
Okay.
me
I
and he
get two.
matches Rupert.
So what do I tick for that? Nothing.
Nothing because it wasn't. It was only obs 3
Fair
versus
enough.
your speed. What's your speed?
My speed is 4.
Okay, that's a difficult test.
Oh, great.
This
I don't
workout.
get
This
anything for
workout.
speed either, right? With Rupert, because it was speed
What's
4
your
versus
speed?
speed 4.
Speed 4. You know, but what did Rupert actually roll? Rupert only rolled 2, so that's you.
Yeah.
You use what the person rolls and versus test.
Guys, that's too difficult and one. That's too difficult and one challenging on my 4 speed.
Oh really?
That puts me to 5.
Okay, your speed's now
Nice.
5.
So what
Holy
does that
shit.
change?
What does that change? Your reflexes, I believe, is now 5.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Average of, yeah.
Nice.
You're racking in points because
I am faster now.
You guys see, this is the thing. In game, you suddenly realize, wait, we roll speed all the fucking time.
Now I'm speed 5. I'm like, suddenly I have speed I didn't know I had.
What is that? It's just like suddenly you just. It's like maybe
Which now
you were naturally,
means-
maybe naturally you were always meant to be a little bit fitter and just you've unlocked the potential.
Which now
man.
means that any aptitude tests for speed are now 5 rather than 6.
That's correct. So your climbing only needs 5 tests now.
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so Rupert and me
I've
still
caught.
chasing.
Yes.
So I of course want to just like I keep shouting things at Rupert, and I want my freaking scarf back, and
Okay,
if I
so-
get
so-
close enough, I want to tackle them.
What
down.
happens here is this. Rupert is effectively saying, I'm going to stand here and throw a thing. He can't run while throwing. You can try. I would say that would be a nightmarishly hard link test.
Ouch.
Where
I
at a
don't
massive...
think that would happen. No.
Okay. So
Can
if
you
you
turn and
stop,
throw?
that means Klyka doesn't need to test to catch up to you. He's caught up to you, and he will get the freedom of whatever he would get if he catches you. So you are banking on this throw hitting him in the face
At
at
night.
night on
At
a
a sprinting
sprinting
man.
at a sprinting target.
No, go
His
ahead.
face is extremely ugly though, and the target's in the middle of everything there. I mean, it shines. It looks
What is
like
it with this
the
city?
sphincter of the town, pretty much.
Okay.
with the
Okay.
Streets beside us being the buttocks.
Okay. Go nuts, Rufus. Throw your dagger. What is your throw?
Am I throwing this or 4?
Okay, you got 4 throwing. As worth noting that +1 obs guaranteed for the fact that it's night. I'm gonna say base 3 because you're throwing at a target that's moving extremely quickly.
If I get a 6, I would like to explode it. I'll say this now.
Oh no, that's fine. You don't need to declare before. You can always display 6s afterwards.
Okay.
So this is
That is
Yeah.
a 6. You do have a
That's
6
six,
though.
six.
2 successes.
2
then?
successes and a 6. So you're
That's
spending a
alright.
fate point.
I am.
to be fair. If you spend fate points, that's when to spend them.
That's
Okay.
3. 3
Yeah.
successes.
You hear a sound like tearing silk as a knife whizzes right past your ear.
I shout,
Fucking
did you
shit.
just throw a fucking knife at me? And I just rush at him like, with like the full-on hatred and intent of just knocking this guy on his fucking ground
At this
and
point,
punching the shit out of him.
Dominic starts laughing maniacally.
At this.
Yes,
So
this is a thing. Rupert's character has the trait Lewis Wu, which means when he's stunned by something, he's allowed to take the belly laugh option instead of stand and drool. Now, he hasn't necessarily been steel test failure, but I think you're allowed to switch the
So,
trait out into this situation.
with that speed check, have I relatively kept up with them?
Well, the thing is, Klyka stopped because he's caught Rupert, so you guys have caught up just as he tackles Rupert to the
What
ground.
was that
Oh my
throwing
God.
roll, by the way? Was that a difficult?
That throwing was a difficult. That was a really good test of your throwing skill.
And you used the fate on that too.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
dear.
note down the fate
Yeah.
on your throwing skill.
Oh dear word, we're gonna have to break this up, Judson is thinking.
Precisely.
Okay, so I tackle him.
You're
Fine.
tackling him?
Ordinarily, this is a power test where the obs is 1. Ordinarily, it would be opposed, but the thing is, this is the penalty for failing the throw is that you get this unopposed action. So the obstacle is 1. If you fail to get even a single success, that indicates that you simply have failed to tackle him.
No, I did
Okay.
it.
you just kind of knock him up. He's not really resisting. He just kind of flops. He's like, "Ugh."
God damn it.
Do I have an action again then? As that happens.
Everybody else has
You're
got
on
an
the
action at
fucking
this point, I
ground.
think.
When-
Oh,
when
afterwards,
you hit
afterwards,
the
sorry.
guy.
I didn't mean to like her.
No, you're laughing as he hits you.
Oh, I see.
So
You're like,
I
Afterwards.
I want to hit him in the friggin' face, and I keep shouting, "Where is my scarf?
I
Where's
indicate
my
to
scarf?"
Siegfried that we should break this up.
okay. What do you guys? Okay, so now we have all 4 actions to resolve. Each of you gets to choose what you're going to do in this moment of ridiculousness.
Punch him in the fucking face.
Okay, that's
I'm going to. My intent is to try and pull this man off Dominic, telling you guys to cut it out, both of you.
okay. Phil, what are you doing?
Blank stare.
I'm gonna hit Klyka in the back of the head with
What
the helm.
There's so much violence.
It's appropriate. Helm for head. I like it.
There's so much violence. Okay. But your intention with this is to
Daze
Not-
him, stun him.
okay, but not hurt him. Okay,
Not
so the
hurt
intention
him.
not to wound. Okay.
That goes very well with the grabbing that I'm going to be doing.
Yes.
Okay, so everything here is at the minimum obs 2 because this is in the dark.
Right.
Okay.
This blow on the back of his head, Phil. This is your brawling versus obs 2.
Wait. Luke, let's roll a die of fate, whether or not I manage to tackle him next to or under a light.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
No.
No.
6. No, you're in the dark. All of you are in the dark.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll. All of you are gonna roll your tests simultaneously. Here's what's gonna happen. Rufus, what are you doing?
I would like to, as being pummeled, of course, with a difficult ops, I would like to sleight of hand the scarf from whichever pocket I put it in into the crotch of my pants.
This is gold.
What?
Okay.
You want to put it into what? Into your
By
pants?
the crotch of my pants, and give you free reign to search me afterwards.
Okay.
Jeez,
Are you gonna touch my cock,
Louise.
Klyka? Are you gonna
Klyka's-
touch my cock? I don't think so.
Klyka's not going to. He's not opposing your sleight of hand.
Because he's
And
punching.
This means that you're now not opposing his punch. So Klyka's punch is his power versus obs 2.
Okay.
Right.
I
What
follow.
about us?
2. Rufus, your sleight of hand, because it's the dark, it's your sleight of hand versus obs 2.
What am I doing?
Kiko, yours is your power versus obs 2 because you're trying to pull him off. And Phil, yours is your brawling skill versus obs 2.
Would
I
his
feel like I
punch
should
not
get
be
an
weaker
advantage seeing
because
as
he's
Clyde
being
was
pulled up?
completely focused on pummeling Rupert and he's
Alright.
on the ground below.
And much the same here. He's not trying to resist me.
I'll allow.
And being
partly
pulled
what
the
your-
opposite way, wouldn't his punch be weaker?
Nope,
If I
I'm
use fate-
completely
if I use-
ineffective.
If I use fate on this and re-roll all of them and get more successes, do I punch him harder?
What was your intention with this punch? What was your intent?
Fuck this guy.
Kill, maim, whatever, pure rage.
Okay,
If-
you're trying to hurt him. Okay.
Pure rage.
Well then,
pure
the more
utter
successes
rage.
you get, you turn your incidental. Actually, wait, you've already succeeded. You've already turned that into a superb punch. What's your power?
3.
3.
Okay, so you're inflicting a strength 5 injury on his head at the moment.
By the way, is this it was only ops 2? Is this a difficult thing or?
No, this is routine.
Okay.
Actually, routine for your power, so you wouldn't get a bonus for this. But
Okay.
yeah, you punched Rupert with a strength 5 injury to his head with that many successes.
Ha!
Actually, Rupert, what's your mortal wound?
So wait. But
probably
again,
dead.
look, my question was, if I re-rolled all these dice and added them with fate, and I get more successes, do I wound him more?
Well, the way it would normally work is if he was resisting, then you'd be able to use those extra successes to choose where you hit him. Because when you hit a defender, he can move around the hit a little bit, and you have to use
Okay.
extra successes to both increase the scale of it.
I want to break his nose.
If
I want to break
that's-
his nose or take his eye out.
Okay,
Died, by the way.
I'm gonna say it's just a strength 5 injury to his face for the moment.
Okay.
We'll work out what that is when I look at his mortal wound track. So Rupert, you've succeeded at rolling your sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, so I put the silk scarf into my penis.
So he doesn't even he isn't even putting up his hands to cover his face. He just straight up let you pound it.
I hide between my balls and my sausage.
I take every opportunity I can get to punch him again. By the way.
Okay, no, but this is the action is continuous. It's not just one punch. Like those 3 successes are representing the cumulative effect of the activity that you've taken while all these things are happening.
Okay.
Kiko grabs
No.
at your shoulders, but just can't he keeps missing.
Nope.
Or so, I don't know.
I can't keep a grip because he's just punching so
It's
hard.
because it's dark and I'm
Slippery
moving
with
left and right. I'm
batteries.
shaking him off. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Phil, you succeeded, didn't you?
No, I got
No.
one.
Nope.
One.
Guys, useless.
Okay,
You shouldn't
so
have stolen his scarf.
at that same moment, Clyker, you feel something bounce off your head, not hard enough to knock you out, but hard enough to make you clearly aware of the fact you're going to have a bruise tomorrow on the back of your head.
At this point, though, my character, because he is so focused on, I must gather resources, I must have my stuff,
18 starts
and so
crying.
on. I need this mask and so on. I just completely shrug it up and I just keep pounding on this guy.
Okay, because of the let it ride rules, we don't roll again unless the situation changes. Rupert, what are you doing? Actually, we need to resolve this injury, this level 5 injury.
I was about to
Okay.
say.
Yes.
Your mortal wound is 9,
Mhm.
so that's a light wound, which means you are now at -1d to all tests until you either shrug off. No, you don't shrug off the wound until you either get treatment or heal. So let's have a quick look at the anatomy of injury chapter.
Right. Okay.
I would like to point out that throughout all of this, I've managed to keep the party together, even though we were about to split up.
I'm
That's beautiful.
I'm going to
Keeping
say
it
to
real.
Siegfried. I'm going to say to Siegfried, grab him. I'll help you. I'm saying that what you should do is you should grab him with your power, and I give you a dice, and then you have 7.
I shout, by the way, as whatever, because I noticed that you're trying to grab me and that, something hits me on the head and so on. I just shout, leave me alone. This is between me and him. He has my scarf.
You're not
Okay.
killing anyone.
So Rupert,
That's what
are
I
you going to
shout
try and
back.
protect your face now?
I would like to protect my face. Can I do a falsehood while protecting it?
No.
Oh. Well, protect face.
So
Okay, yeah. So the reason why we now re-roll the test, even though Let It Ride would normally say that you would continue being able to pound him and inflict another injury 5 on his head,
Right.
is that the situation has changed. He's now actually defending his face rather than stuffing a fucking scarf down his crotch.
Okay, so 3 power again.
what
So your power
are you
versus
doing,
Rupert's power.
veteran?
Still working out.
What's my power? Fuck.
1 success.
Okay, the rage is spent.
Damn it. Was
Okay, yeah, we're both
Okay.
Kiko and I
One
trying to
success,
grab
okay.
him now.
Right, there you are. Have my die.
So, what is it? Brawling or power?
Just grabbing him is power.
Have
Okay.
6 die and
You
have
could
my
use
have
brawling
mine
in place of power if you
have mine for a 7th. We just need to stop him.
Jesus.
Yeah, that'll do it.
3
I'd like to
success.
point out that Dominic never stopped laughing.
That's 3 successes.
Okay. You drag this like absolutely furious and not particularly large person off Dominic. Now it's worth noting that like
Was that
Dominic,
V3 or V4,
you
by
have
the
a
way?
brutal black eye, by the way.
Yeah.
Luke, was that V3 or V4? That opposed roll that I helped.
That wasn't an opposed roll because he wasn't resisting. It was Ops 1.
Fair enough. Right, never mind.
Right.
Just wondered.
7 dice to 2
Yeah, 7 dice. We're intent on you. Despite knowing this guy for a day, I'm not letting you murder anyone.
As they pull me off, I try to I shout obscenities and I try to kick Ruford in the balls.
I'm gonna
Do I
say
get a slight armor roll for having the scarf down there?
Oh,
I'm
man.
afraid he's big. The thing is, because they've succeeded in their intent to hold him,
Protective properties
You
of
are-
silk.
he can try kicking. But I think we shall say that if he does land any kicks, they're gentle enough that they sink deep into the
Okay,
scarf.
I want to kick him though.
I'm afraid that because they held you or they are holding you, this kick can't succeed.
Oh.
This is the equivalent of being locked. Like you're basically
Well, but I
incapacitated.
mean, I'm trying it while they're pulling me up.
You can
but
try,
okay.
you're not going to succeed.
No. What you were doing while they were pulling you up is you were punching him in the face.
Yeah, and then they pull me up, like, I'm kind of sitting on
No,
them.
the
They pull me up.
pulling you up happens at the same time. Like that was their
Oh,
second
okay.
action was pulling you back. So
Okay,
this is why the kicking can't count.
Okay.
So this is now like, Dominic, you have sustained a really nasty black eye. Like you got a full-on punch to the face, like really painful. Your eye is swelling up already. Like you're finding it difficult to see out one eye.
Finding it hilarious as well.
Okay, he's just going.
Okay, I try to like
Wait,
struggle.
And at that moment, as you pull him up, the packet of white powder spills out of his jacket and onto the ground right next to the lamplight.
Oh boy.
All you have to now decide what you're going to do as you see this white powder.
Well,
Wait.
I'm trying to get out of the grip of Kiko and Bethrin, and I shout,
This
like,
is
let me go.
when I'm going to loudly proclaim, "Oh my God, he's got some of that too!"
Okay.
I don't even hear that. Like I'm still. Just, like,
I'm saying this loudly enough. You would hear it. I'm right behind you.
Yep, I mean I hear
Great
it, but I don't acknowledge it. I just like
You don't
I need
acknowledge
to
it.
Let
but
go.
you-
I don't want anyone to.
We're
like-
not letting you go.
Well, I'm trying to get out, so I don't know. I'm
Actually,
struggling.
if he's now struggling, you have to re-roll that power test
Right.
of the two of you versus his power because
Right.
the situation has changed. He's now actively fighting you.
Right, have my die.
Sorry,
it's
I have
3
to re-roll
versus
that
7.
one.
3
Oh
versus
wait,
7.
okay, two successes.
That is
Okay.
3 successes.
I have three.
Okay,
Wait, where's the third one?
That was
Yeah,
my
that was
6
5, 5,
of 5, 5, 6.
I only saw. Okay.
There were
No,
3.
no, it was 5, 5, 6. But this is like you're being held by one very burly man and another even slightly burlier man.
Okay.
Like, but the thing is, you're like, this is indicating you're like.
In an
Yeah.
interesting reverse situation here, it's my turn to interrogate Kristoff.
Actually, beyond that, I'm palming a knife and holding it to his throat and saying, "Everyone, shut up now."
Right.
Okay, fair enough. Keeping it real.
Do I
Okay.
have to roll to stop Louis wooing?
This is where Kliko steel test. You're
Yeah,
having a
I
knife held
think-
to your throat. Steel
Yeah, I
test.
figured. Okay, I have 4 steel and hesitation of 5.
Yeah. And this is like at a 2 odds penalty. This is a challenging steel test.
Does
Okay.
does Pont have to steel test because this situation suddenly turned lethal?
Not unless you-
This would actually really freak me out.
Okay, in that case, steel test.
This
If
would
that's
really-
like-
this would
and
really freak me
Bruce,
out.
You don't even notice, like, because you're saying you're laughing. That's effectively already standing and drooling. This is you've already volunteered to fail the steel test.
Yeah, yeah, that's only
Yeah.
2 successes. This is a check.
I failed my steel test too, so I'm not getting like a check for challenge, right?
No. Failed steel tests, you get it. Like,
Oh,
steel is like the thing about steel is it's not like perception. Just
Okay.
being exposed to dramatic violence makes you a harder person.
Is
So that was
steel,
my challenging
does
one
steel
then.
advance
Okay.
like a stat or as a skill?
Advance is like a skill.
Right, fair enough. Because that's
You
another.
need routines.
Is that what was this one?
This was challenging. Like, Kiko,
Oh.
you're gonna every steel test will default to challenging unless you have advantages.
I have like 3 challenges right now.
Yeah, exactly. This is the problem with steel. It's very easy to get challenged, which is why at the end of scenes or sessions, I will give you the equivalent of a low difficulty steel test. Indicate your character's familiarity with violence.
Because yeah, I'm gonna need like loads of them.
Are we
Okay.
are we resolved?
So now,
Yeah. Well, I'm
so
just like.
Clyke is freezing.
I am.
but
I am also freezing, which also means I'm being
I
silent
say,
too.
Phil has the floor. Says it once.
Can we gag him?
What?
I'm just
Like,
gonna
if
nod.
Kristoff literally says-
was not
Chris-
retarded, he would just gag him with
Yep.
a silk scarf
Yep.
and just get on with it.
Yep,
Kristoff literally says, "What?"
Yep, I'm gonna gag him. Gonna gag him. This guy's the authority here. I'm gonna gag him. Yep. Any piece of cloth I have, just gonna gag him.
Okay.
Okay, did you tear your shirt and attempt to shove a gag in his mouth, and he's not resisting, so...
Yep.
Wait, Can I? Well, I can't resist. There's a knife to my throat. Yeah.
But
okay.
it's also you miss your next opportunity to take an action or oppose an action because you were hesitating. That's normally how it plays out of combat.
Well, it makes sense.
At what point will I regain my composure?
Whenever you want.
I shall get up then and.
Because this is after Kiko's regained his composure. This is after.
Okay.
You... So you...
I shall get up then.
So is anyone going to point out this white powder? I mean,
That's the exact same stuff we saw.
how do you know?
At the docks.
You
yeah.
checked.
It must be.
Okay, are you gonna go over there and check?
Oh,
I say
yes.
shut up to Clark.
Yes, I'm gonna go over there and check because
By the way, I'm
I-
going to say there is a sudden moment as Kleiker gets the sinking feeling that he realizes that that this is the same group of goons that he encountered before, because this is the missing link. Like he suddenly realizes that.
I'm going to check the powder because I saw some of it firsthand earlier today.
Okay, are you going
What?
to taste it? Put a bit on your finger and tap it in
Yes,
the
I
tongue?
actually am.
Tastes like chalk.
At this point, by the way, since, as you said, like, since I realized that these guys must be, like the same ones from the group from earlier,
Mhm.
I realized that this actually has something to do with me, finding information, and so I actually become like
Compliant.
compliant, and I have a little plan in my head that I need to get
There's,
information out of
something I
them.
wanna do as well.
Tastes just like chalk, Siegfried. That's weird.
Awkward silence as suddenly the shit hits the fan. Okay, so Phil is in control of the situation at the moment. Like, he's holding a knife to this guy's throat. He literally just silenced you all by saying something. Phil, what are you going to do?
Check him for weapons. I say to them.
You already know he doesn't have a weapon. Like, it's literally to the point you've grabbed this guy, you've held this guy. You would know
I
he'd
thought
be
he had
able.
a rapier in his belt.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, you're absolutely correct.
Yes, I have a rapier. Yes.
Does Dominic? If Dominic's not going to take the weapon off him, I will.
Okay.
Well,
fair
I was gonna do something.
What were you
enough.
gonna
Okay, so hit me with what you're doing, Rufus.
Well, I would like to go up to Kristoff, not in an aggressive manner, and he slightly giggles as well. Help Siegfried look at what he has, and sleight of hand the scarf right back into Kristoff's possession and pull it out of his shirt.
Holy shit, that is.
I'm gonna.
Okay, no, you don't.
I
Have to
can-
put it- You don't have. Literally, that's a straightforward magic trick. That's sleight of hand versus his observation.
I'm
So
not
go.
paying any attention
Okay.
because I'm removing the rapier.
I have observation too.
This is.
This is interesting. Oh my word. That is.
Oh my god.
Oh
We
my
both
god.
fail. He takes the scarf out and it just falls out of his hands, and I don't
Yes.
see it.
Yes, exactly. What happens is the scarf falls on the ground. Rufus knows it's fallen on the ground, but like his attempt at the trick has failed.
I've took the rapier off him since it's probably
Wait,
unopposed.
do I see the scarf on the ground though?
You can see the edge of it is in the light, like it's just gone fallen into the light.
Okay. I go.
I took the rapier off him
I
then.
said shut up.
On the floor, Siegfried?
What?
The rapier.
Somewhere he can't get it. We've got one of the guys from last night.
By the way, Luke, only thing of my possessions that I don't actually have on my person, but hidden away in the warehouse, is my family signet ring.
Yep, that's true.
Because because my guy is like, he would never wear that out in
Yeah,
public.
that makes no sense. Yeah,
I put it a fair bit of distance away from Kristoff, and then return close by. In that
We're
case.
two.
Hmm?
We need to think about
Dominic is
moving him
rubbing his
somewhere
eye.
where we can actually interrogate him out of somewhere not obvious, because we're in the middle of the street right now.
Well, I know one place. Although we'd have to blindfold him.
At this point, Dominic goes, "Oh, look what he dropped!" Picks up the scarf from the floor and blindfolds Striker with it.
Spilling pee on upon answer here.
Oh!
Damn.
Do I need
This-
falsehood for that, or am I okay?
Oh, you don't need.
Is
falsehood for
Rupert standing in front of me doing that?
that. He is, yes.
I try to kick him in the balls.
Okay, that's. I'm gonna say you're at a disadvantage. So
Doesn't matter.
minus 1d. So you're 2 power for this. Obs 2.
What is
After this session, we totally need to vote on traits.
Okay, I re-roll the 6. I use a
He
fate
kicks,
point.
he kicks me in one
I
ball.
use the fate point to re-roll the 6 on my.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, this is classic.
Do it.
No!
The
Yes!
foot hisses by your testicles.
You're such a fucking cunt.
Character, Kiko,
His-
where are you
his-
thinking of?
I'm trying to make it clear that the place you could take him is your house.
Which is outside the city.
Hmm.
Like we'd have to transport a blindfolded man all the way through the city at night while those guards patrolling.
Phil, FYI, you could easily pick him up. He's not big. You're power 6.
Yeah.
We find a sack. We could pretend it's something completely different.
Well,
Tell me
like
what
nobody's.
his
It's
eye
going to be very
goes.
like, nobody unless you walk in the light near a guard. Nobody's going to notice if you're carrying some dude, especially if you keep him quiet.
We find a
He's
sack.
gagged and blindfolded.
Dominic, you could find a big sack, couldn't you?
I could find a wheelbarrow.
Even
Do it.
better. Cover him in a wheelbarrow.
Okay,
Do it.
scavenging. That's I'm going to say obs 3 because it's
That's impossible.
wheelbarrow is an obs thing. It's an odd thing to find and it's at night.
Okay, then. Yeah, well, that's not gonna work, but there we
We
go.
could find a bag if nothing. Oh,
2 successes.
Yeah.
find a bag in that case.
Okay, instead of you don't find a wheelbarrow, but you do find a bag.
Yeah.
It's a fair call.
Oh wait, how was that routine? What was that? That was impossible.
Oh, and by the way, you know what else you find?
What?
You find a coil of rope left by one of the left by one of the they're not bollards. They're like the things that you know that
We
the
could
entire
tie up.
ship
The,
do.
we could tie up the bag with that.
And he
What if
uses it.
Lanyards?
Yeah, lanyard. That might be the right word.
And he uses it to tie it up.
No, lanyards is actual rope.
Someone just said, Klika, roll a perception on how the scarf smells.
Oh no, do not.
It smells like
What
fan
difficulty
dust.
was that scavenging skill? Was that
That's
challenging?
challenging. Yeah.
Okay. RDC.
Meanwhile, in
Wait,
Rufus
you've got a
Crotch,
routine at difficult and a challenging.
No, he
Yes,
needs.
yes, I
what
do.
skill is he in
I
it?
do.
2 or 3?
2.
One,
You
yeah.
need 2 routine and 1 difficult or challenging.
Okay, so
Right,
one
rope,
routine and it
mooring.
goes up to 3. Rufus.
Yeah.
About to pop then.
Yeah, about to pop.
Okay.
So we can pretty much transport him back to your abode.
Well, Rufus, if you were to look for something else routine this scene, you could replace the difficult test with the routine test at the end of the thing.
Mm, you could.
But
I'm
I'd
not
say-
sure how this works.
Basically, you rolled a difficult one, but instead of the difficult one at the end of the scene, you could choose to take the routine one instead, and thus level.
Basically, you can only ever take one test out of a scene, but you can, if you do multiple tests in the scene, you can pick the scene that you can pick the test that you want to learn from.
So if I just say I look for something trivial and then I'll
Yeah,
just get
so
it.
long as you can come up with a reasonable thing for it, you're not outrageously soliciting a test.
All right, I look for an apple while I'm out looking for the sack as well.
All right, fine. I'd say that's actually no. To be honest, I can't think of anything that'd be trivial to find at the docks in the pitch blackness at night.
Yeah,
So-
fuck that.
What about the
Next-
darkness?
next one.
You could find that pretty
Next
easily.
Exactly. Okay, so I guess this scene resolves itself with
Weird.
Klika being stuffed into a sack, heaved over Phil's back, and you chaps carry him off to the countryside, and thus the scene ends.
Yeah.
Judson is going to finish. What is it with this city?
and to be honest, that's a really good point to wrap up the session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Like,
totally
as a
have to roll
statement
for
for what's going on.
do up. So, for that whole scene, is there a steel test involved at the end of that?
I'm going to say that just from the events during the session today, you chaps, all of you get, let's say, an Obs 3 steel test.
Well, that's
Just general low-grade jiggery pokery, and the fact you saw some guys die. Klika gets the steel test.
Problem with an Obs 3 steel test
at knife point.
is I have
There
4
you go,
dice,
what?
and that's difficult.
No, you don't take the
I have-
test. You write it down.
It's counted, is it?
Right,
It's
what's
counted.
saying again?
You get an Obs 3 steel test.
Is that in addition to the one we actually rolled?
In addition. This
when
is
we
a
killed the guy?
session-wide steel test to indicate your characters are hardening
But
up.
if you
what,
have
is that a
4
difficult
dice,
then, or-
that's difficult.
What's your steel, Klika?
Okay.
Is your steel 4?
4, yes.
So yeah, that's a difficult steel test.
Yeah, that's not going to
would
help
be challenging
me
for
at
me
all.
since I have 3, right?
No, that would be difficult as well. 3 versus.
Okay.
I have 3 challenging steel tests and 2 difficult and 0 routine.
Getting them fatty routines as a low steel character is pretty tricky. I might try and find ways of working them in. Okay, so that's the session over.
We need to
At least that part of the session. Now we need to handle stuff at the end.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to say if you want to, we can have a minor trait vote. Now, ordinarily, you can either vote for traits. Like the usual rule is after a few 3 or 4 sessions with new characters. But I would say if you want to, we can vote for character traits, not call on or dice traits, but character traits. If you can name a trait for another character that everybody agrees to, then they get that trait.
Psychopath for Rufert. No, kleptomaniac for
What?
Rufert.
To be fair,
Kleptomaniac.
Psychopath would probably not.
No, I don't think so.
psychopath, no, but
No,
kleptomaniac.
kleptomaniac.
Okay, so straight up, I vote for Rufus a little crazy.
For that, yeah. a
Well,
little
he's not
crazy,
stealing
yeah.
because he actually wants the things.
I would
actually
say yes on a little crazy.
Yeah, a
Okay.
little crazy. I say yes.
Rupert, do you
Def-
agree to the trait a little crazy?
Sure. There's probably something more fitting, but
What we could do, what we
list
could
is
replace
huge.
that with is what was it? Free with other people's possessions.
Is there an arbitrary?
Arbitrary is a trait, yes. You can have
Because
arbitrary.
he's not stealing because he wants the things. He's stealing to spite the people he takes them from, because
Okay.
he thinks they have wronged him somehow.
Okay, so you could. So do we think arbitrary is an appropriate trait?
I don't know, I think a little crazy is more accurate.
let's go with a
What
little
is the
crazy.
thing?
Prefer a
That-
little
that's
Okay,
how
crazy.
we
a little
see him.
crazy.
Sometimes
Okay, a
he
little
just
crazy.
does things where you're like, what?
Okay,
Yeah,
Rupert,
exactly.
Write down.
Stuffing the scarf down his pants.
In this
That's
crotch
really
while he
crazy.
I know
gets
it's because he
pummeled,
wouldn't
yeah.
search the crotch.
No, that makes sense. No, to be fair, Rupert does get. But the thing is, what we? Oh, how about the odd trait?
Ooh.
Didn't I already
That's,
have that?
that's equal as well.
I know he's already got odd. Okay, a little crazy. Let's fucking do it.
Little crazy definitely fits better.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
I've
about
slapped it in.
for Judson? We could have practical.
He's very practical, I agree. He's a
I was
very
actually saying
practical man.
merciful.
I already have that. You can't
got
give it
He
to
is
me.
already have
very
it, okay.
practical though. He goes out, shoots himself some food. He sees a sword and a helmet, decides, "Whoop, yeah, why not?"
I would agree with practical.
Okay, practical. Okay,
I think alert for Phil.
Yeah,
Alert.
it does make sense considering he's always
For-
tracking
for-
how
He's
people
always
check.
looking for
Phil, it's probably more something like brutal or something like that.
Well,
Like,
also that, but I think alert. He's always looking.
what it could be is brutally efficient.
yeah, that sounds good. Like he just goes, "I'm going to take this helmet."
Though, is he? Because he failed most of his shit.
No, he tries though. Like he just goes, "I will." This guy won't shut up. Shut up! I'll put a knife on his throat.
Oh,
This guy is pummeling a dude. I'm going to hit him over the head.
Success. Isn't it?
No, but he did most of that succeeded. like-
Siegfried
Yeah.
knew what to do to dissipate the situation, and he did it because
I've already got
yeah.
disciplined.
Okay, no, that is not disciplined. We don't have to. Not everybody has to have a trait, so we can leave that for a moment.
Yeah.
And for
I
Clyker,
think Phil played the alert
Clyker,
enough to get that
ooh.
trait.
how about we could give Clyker suddenly aware of the realities of the world?
That exists. That sounds amazing.
You can invent any character trait you want, and that's what I'm suggesting. Suddenly
Yes.
aware of the realities of the
Yeah,
world.
something like that sounds really good. Yeah.
Slapped in the face by the cold, damp cock of the truth.
Or as the chat's suggesting, failed shopper.
I would actually say, what about opportunist?
Honestly, I think with how much stuff has gone wrong, it's probably also something just like bad luck.
To be
or
fair,
something.
opportunist. Whenever he went, I couldn't get it. I'm gonna go steal it.
Yeah, I only did that once though.
No, but I think exactly. I think for general for traits you want to go, but to be honest, today has been like for his character, from his character's point of view, a real slap in the face.
Yeah.
would say-
Resigned to fate.
Or
No, he's not resigned.
No.
or how about newfound humility?
I
Yeah.
don't think he would make. I don't know.
It
be
depends on
fair-
whether he's actually humble.
No, yeah, that depends on how I act in the next one.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
like the
I
whole
think-
thing
I
like.
think
Okay, in that case, what we'll
slap
do is
of
we'll
reality.
we'll leave that one.
How about character trait slapped by reality?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Slap
Yeah,
by
okay.
reality. Oh, I like that one.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
Okay, character trait slapped for reality. I have no idea what that actually
I
means.
still vote alert. for
It
Phil.
means whatever you say.
Alert isn't a character trait.
Isn't it?
Alert is actually a very, very powerful trait.
Alert is a die trade.
Exactly. What it means is that
Oh, I see.
if his character stands and duels, and instead of standing and dueling, they can use glance, assess, and aim instead.
What about is there an observant, something like that?
Well, I think again, with something like that, you'd actually want that to be a die trait. You'd give that over successive.
Okay.
To be honest, the person who's most observant is you. You succeeded detecting a possible observation roll.
Yeah, but Phil's been playing his
no, but-
belief,
so what we
belief
do-
observation a lot.
Yeah, but
It's,
what we'll do is,
general awareness.
if it's still true next session, we can just do it at the end of next one. So
Okay.
Right.
cool. Has everybody got their tests noted down for this session?
I have.
I forgot
Yes.
some of them, I think.
Okay.
No, I got all of mine.
Rufert, what did Rufert miss out?
If you forget them, you can go through the video whenever.
Yeah,
before
I
Clyker
can.
uploads
Okay,
it and work
cool.
them up from that.
So to wrap up, as far as investigation into the truth behind what's going on goes, not a huge amount of progress has been made, except to discover that there is a guy who might know what this stuff is somewhere in the docks district, and that you know the players at work. However, beyond that, the happy team is now together. Kliker is hoisted in a sack.
You quite literally have been clubbed over the head and
Exactly.
dragged
And
along with the party.
They've been
Exactly.
shanghaied into the group.
Kliker suddenly aware of the fact that he's going to need a lot more than just his good looks and wits to achieve what he wants to do.
Seriously.
And thus, we wrap up. Goodbye from
What
the
about
players.
the Arthur
Yeah,
game?
goodbye.
Yeah, Arthur.
Oh shit, Arthur, you
Do-
are
did-
completely correct.
I have the sheet in front of me.
Also, what about my facial wound? Well, how...
We'll deal with that.
That's not, it's not permanent. Basically what it is you got punched in the face. It's a light wound, so it will recover in like a few days, and I'm saying it's a black eye.
I could try and treat it for you.
But I
when
just
we next
realized
run.
for all the tests he took afterwards, shouldn't he have like gotten -1D?
He didn't take any tests after he took the black eye.
I also fucked up. I saw once I rolled my throwing.
Of course
as
he did.
4
He did
when
like
it's
the
as
magic
3.
trick
He did
and
the
everything.
scavenging as well.
Oh, you're completely correct.
He did the
yes.
scavenging. He did the magic trick. He did the,
Shit.
you know.
That's
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, okay, we can add a careful dice to the scavenging to allow that to pass, but the magic trick, that was still a failure though. He completely
Yeah, that's
failed that
fucked
either
up.
way.
Yeah.
Although it did reduce the number of dice he rolled, so that
Is
did
there a way
make
to
it
shrug off light wounds? Wasn't there something about that?
shrug it off is for superficial.
And
Okay.
what you can do is, I think you can use like one fate roll to ignore the wound for one.
That's for
Persona?
again superficial.
I know.
However,
That's
grit
the
your
equivalent
teeth,
of, like-
grit your teeth, which is a persona, is for light wound.
Exactly. Great receive.
But-
Okay,
but-
so
So,
let's
Did something succeed that shouldn't have? Let's put it like that.
yeah.
No, because
No,
nothing
I-
you did
no,
afterwards
no, no.
succeed.
Anyway,
Well, the scavenging did.
he
So
failed
it's
to find
fine.
a
We just
wheelbarrow.
need to keep it in.
Anyway.
That's true, but the scavenging failed anyway. Like
Yeah.
the
Did it?
scavenging bag was
He
a
didn't find a
consolation prize for the
wheelbarrow.
fact that he failed to find the wheelbarrow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So,
Uh,
gains.
That you can fail for. Okay, so the first things first. Did anybody drive the game forward with a belief? I would say-
I feel so.
I gave
Like-
Kliker a second chance when he bumped into us.
That's true.
Did.
Kliker certainly pushed the game forward. Like he was definitely everything he did was towards his belief.
My goal, yeah.
So that was good. Rufus,
would
did
say-
you drive the game? Oh, you did when you
I think
fucking.
I inadvertently did by stealing Kliker's scarf
And
because I
that
thought he
did
was a
change.
dick.
That did dramatically change what happened. So yes, all three of you get a fate point for
Oh yeah!
What about
playing
Phil?
a belief straight. Well, did Phil play any of his beliefs in a fashion that changed?
Always. Actually,
what his
as soon
beliefs
as the
are.
powder came out, he put a knife to Kliker's neck, as it was never leave loose ends. There's a loose
Yeah.
end right there.
Similarly, you're trying to get a sort of disguise as well.
Okay, everybody gets a fate point for that. I'm allowing it.
Yay.
Everybody gets it.
Did anyone play an instinct that made their character's life difficult?
I did not respond to Judson being mentioned
Kiko
right next
did.
to my face.
I
Rufus
became
did.
really, really nervous, and I started like
Yes.
stammering to Kiko and so on.
Phil, did you play any of your instincts in a way
Not
that
that
made
made my life difficult.
Okay, so again, fate for everybody other than Phil. Trait point.
I didn't. Did I?
I don't know what are your
Rufus,
instincts.
you played
My-
the instinct to. Did you have an instinct about shitting on people who look better than you? Oh no, that's a
That's a
belief.
Well, there was the bit at the start with Kiko's brother.
What are your instincts?
My instincts are looking myself in the mirror, assess people's dress.
Oh no,
and-
you did do that. But
Right.
it's more difficult. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Did anyone invoke a trait that set the story in an unforeseen direction?
Not this time.
No.
Not this
I don't
time.
have any interesting
Okay.
traits, really.
Did anyone
no,
say
no.
something in character that was particularly funny?
Oh god, I think a few of
Yes.
us did.
Yeah, Kiko said his like, "What is up with this city?"
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Phil had a
Um,
similar thing when Thing ran into him. Thingy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yep. So Kiko, you can get the humor fate point.
That's turning into
I
a
made
running
I
gag.
made up
that
some
one.
I made up some very bullshit stories.
That was pretty bad.
I see. So you constantly failing was.
Yeah, but that's not. It was not. It's not something you said. Okay, here's a question. Did anyone have the right skill at the right time? I'm gonna give guardwise to Phil.
Yeah, that was a good
Phil
one.
gets it for guardwise.
Okay.
So Phil gets a fate point for that. Did anyone else use a slightly off-key?
I would
strength?
say I would say that Ruford had the right skill at the right time because he had observation.
No, I think the throwing to catch Sigfild's attention was probably the
That's-
best
yeah,
thing
that's-
to have
that's
right
true.
then.
No, actually, to be honest, Rufus did have the right skill at the right time because
Yeah.
I had decided beforehand that you guys were getting tailed, and unless one of you deliberately said that you wanted to look,
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to give it to you. Then one of you said, I can't remember who it was, that you were looking, and I was like,
It
that's...
was Kiko.
It was Kiko. So Kiko
Oh, yeah, it was
actually
Kiko.
did that, but it was only Rufert's skill that allowed him to see it.
Yeah.
So Rufert did have the right skill at the right time. So Rufert gets
Yeah.
a fate for that.
Oh, fate for everyone.
I don't know what else is there. I mean, obviously, like my persuasion and stuff like that doesn't really. My
Yeah,
falsehood
exactly. Like
doesn't really
commonly
call
used skills.
count. Yeah, yeah.
Much. Embodiment. Did anyone do really good or distinctive role playing? I'm going to give that. To be honest, I'll give everybody an embodiment. Everybody made an effort to play their character straight, and I'm going to say that for a second session that was pretty good. So I'm giving all of you a persona for that.
Nice.
Yay.
Score!
Mold breaker, no. Workhorse. I don't think anybody was individually the workhorse. Everybody did a lot of shit that got something done. For example,
We didn't climb a sort of mold.
Technically, I did everything on my own, but yeah, it's fine.
No, but this is what I mean is that Mold Breaker would be what would happen next session if he uses his experience from last session to change how his character acts.
Yeah,
Right.
none of us did that.
But this session, his character was acting as you would expect somebody who is an unrealistic, spoiled child to behave when they suddenly are confronted with the real world, which is not handled very well.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have MVP, who was the crucial element of success. And to be honest, this is Rufert. And the reason why it's Rufert is because if you hadn't got the observation test, you would have never noticed the two guys following you. So Rufert, you get a persona point for MVP.
Oh,
That's
score!
nice.
MVP,
Rufert is
motherfucker.
also the man who kept the group together because he decided to steal my
Well,
stuff.
so did you deciding to chase after I stole
And
it.
finally,
Personal
personal goals. Nobody achieved any of their particular personal goals this time exactly. So
No.
we'll close the book on that one. Okay. So all of you should have got at least a decent handful of fate.
Yeah, now I have 4 fate and 1 persona.
Swimming in this shit.
Okay, cool.
I forgot. So what does it mean? Like I spend 1 fate on persuasion. 1 persona on persuasion and 1 fate on power. So what do I actually do with that?
You write them down, and as you continue to spend Arthur on those stats, you increase them. When you have spent something ridiculous like 20 fate, 10 persona, 3 deeds on a single stat or skill, that skill shade shifts permanently to grey.
Which means you only need to roll 3 pluses to succeed.
Damn it! Now I really wish I had the others from last session, because I didn't have those written down.
You can work
Damn
them
it.
out from looking at the
Yeah,
video.
just watch the
Yeah.
video.
I guess I'll have to go for the video. Yeah. Well, the end of the video. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and I think that is the session.
It is.
wrap.
I would like a round of applause. Everyone involved.
Whoa.
Applause, me.
Sounds more like fapping.
That was. This sounds more like fapping.
You're doing the cheek thing, aren't you?
Yes.
Yep.
So let's call it
Okay.
there, people.
Everybody say goodnight for your respective characters.
Good night from Siegfried.
Good night from Kristoff.
From Dominic.
And good night from Judson.
And good night from the tragically unprepared Dungeon Master.
Quick, to the burning wheel.
Da-la-la-la-la.